Next up, at UFC Vegas 105, we have Rhys McKee taking on Daniel Frunza. Rhys McKee, 13-6 in his career, 3-2 in his last 5. He is looking for his first UFC win. He's taking on Daniel Frunza, 9-2 in his career, 5-0 in his last 5, and he is making his UFC debut. Rhys McKee, I mentioned, looking for his first UFC win, but he's been in and out of the UFC since 2020. This guy has had quite the stretch. He's a long striker, and he's struggling to find some success in the UFC. He made his debut against Khamzat Chimaev. He landed literally 0 strikes whatsoever, and then he was submitted. Then he lost a decision to Alex Morono. Then he left for 3 years, came back, lost a close decision to Ange Losa, and then now just lost a decision to Chidi Njokuani. Style-wise, traditionally, he's a rangy striker, pretty accurate, good speed, good power. He does a good job piecing people apart, hanging out on the outside, and then rushing in if there's an opening. He typically tries to avoid grappling, but we did just see him in that Chidi Njokuani fight look to grapple. He spent the majority of the time holding Chidi up against the cage. He's taking on UFC newcomer Daniel Frunza. This guy's a solid striker, good pressure, good leg kicks. He bombs away in the feet. He continues marching forward no matter what is coming back his way. He keeps his power late. He doesn't give up regardless of how fights are going up until that point. And if you don't want to get into a firefight, you can take him down pretty easily, and that is going to be his kryptonite maybe in this fight. He's riding that 5-fight knockout streak into his UFC debut. And just because UFC Mexico was a pretty straightforward card, just because we didn't have any insane upsets on that card, doesn't mean that we did not see insane upsets on the 10 previous fight cards. 2025 has been wild. There have been more times in 2025, I'm making this up, but it sounds correct. There have been more times in 2025 where the biggest underdog on the card won the fight than all of 2024. We have only had 11 fight cards this year, and it's been absolutely insane, the number of tremendous plus 600, plus 400 underdogs, minus 700 favorites losing. And the reason I'm doing this whole rant is what could go wrong with a hyped, all early finish having Daniel Frunza coming in here as an almost 2-1 favorite. The reality is I came here looking to just trash Rhys. He sucks. He doesn't belong in the UFC. The guy can't win a fight. But then you watch the tape and it's like, man, these are good losses. These are quality losses. He's trying to evolve. The fact that he was wrestling Chidi Njokuani tells you he's trying to evolve. He's trying to make adjustments. I would love to be on the Rhys side. I am going to go ahead. I'm going to pick Daniel Frunza here. And the only reason I'm doing that, this is the same logic I did when I picked against Charles Johnson in his last fight. Because I said, apparently, the only thing Vegas cares about is who is moving forward trying to take somebody's head off. That's all Vegas cares about. And if Rhys McKee is trying to be a technical striker or Rhys McKee is holding you against the cage, but then Daniel's the one stepping off and Daniel's the one bombing away, looking to make something happen, even if he's not landing clean, even if he's not having like the most amount of success, visually, that seems to be what Vegas wants. Damage, who's looking to win the fight. I do think that's going to be Daniel, even though this is an insanely winnable fight for Rhys McKee. What do you think, Jakey boy?
Yeah, I broke down this fight. I was very surprised that Rhys was the underdog because Daniel in that Contender Series fight, I mean, he got chinned and he came through, and he's a tough dude, but he got chinned, he got taken down, came back and won that fight. But Rhys is the cleaner striker. He's the better striker. He's starting to mix in some wrestling as well. Obviously, he couldn't get the takedowns against Chidi, but those are some pretty decent entries, and he tried to stick with it as well with a little bit of a chain wrestling. And Daniel was taken down so easy in a Contender Series fight. It's like, okay, if Rhys gets in trouble, that's exactly what happened. Daniel got a little overzealous, chinned the guy, and the guy easily took him down. So if Rhys does get in trouble, he's shown that if he's not getting hit by Chimaev, that he can tough shit out. I had the under 2.5 against that Ange Losa fight and was losing my fucking mind, and Rhys' toughness is what cost me that fight. Now, I have a similar bet on this fight just because Rhys is the guy that is a finisher. Every single win he has a finish. And Daniel, I think, is a little bit chinny. I think he's a little bit sloppy in his striking. I wouldn't be surprised if Rhys gets this fight to the ground and subs this dude. Rhys is he's a grappler. He's not a grappler, but he has grappling that was lacking wrestling. If he starts mixing in the wrestling against a guy that can't wrestle, I think he's got a high grappling advantage against a guy like Daniel Frunza, who is just going to lay there and try to elbow you. And I think Rhys by submission is kind of a sneaky bet in this fight, but I think Rhys is the better fighter. I picked him to win, and I put a couple bets on him. So.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that's absurd. Like I said, if this fight was not in Las Vegas, if we left Las Vegas and we had judges that appreciated...
There's going to be judges in this one.
You think that he's going to finish?
Daniel's a guy that he says, like, I'm coming to
Kill or
fucking
be
fight.
killed?
I'm going to... And he showed that in his contender series fight. He came forward, he hurt the guy, then he got hurt, and then he ended up finding the finish. And if you're coming forward against Rhys, I mean, he's a finisher.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this will definitely be a fun fight. Rhys's last fight was kind of boring, but again, that was... A lot of that had to do with Chidi is a little gun shy, and Rhys was terrified of what was coming his way because those were coming in fast and hot. What I will say is Rhys ate a couple of massive shots in that fight. Like, the dude's got a chin on him. He is a pretty durable guy. So this could be a fun fight. It could be a back and forth war. Daniel moving forward, absolutely bombing away. And if Rhys engages in that, who knows what's going to happen here. The betting odds and the DraftKings fantasy pricing are pretty wide to each other. Betting odds plus 140, relatively close fight. $7,600 in DraftKings fantasy pricing indicates this guy's a pretty big underdog. So I do think there's some upside there for Rhys McKee in your DraftKings fantasy, especially if you're on the Jakey Boy side here and you think he can win by finish. If you want to see what the DraftKings optimizer has to say, if you want to see what the ownership projections have to say, if you want to see what the fight simulator has to say, the artificial intelligence, and the 5 cappers giving you picks and bets, it is all available in one package. WeWantPicks.com. Click become a member. It's $10 measly $10. Show me a value meal at McDonald's that's less than that. And this is for a whole month.
I've been eating, I've been on my health kick here for a little bit. I went on a, as you know, 2-day fast. I don't know if, obviously you've never done that, but I did do a full 48-hour fast a week and a half ago. Whew! Holy shit, was that a fucking trip? The headaches I had was fucking insane. But I came out of that and was trying to eat a little bit healthier. I've been known to be kind of a fast food buff, Uber Eats buff and stuff. But literally every day for lunch, I've been getting a 6-inch sub and just a bag of chips and eating that. You know how much that costs?
$3.
Are you fucking retarded? You think a fucking 6-inch sub and a bag of chips costs $3 fucking, Angelo?
I gotta be honest, I didn't hear the first.
Have you
half.
never been to Subway?
6-inch sub. Well, now the 5. Actually, I only eat the tuna there, and then I do double tuna, and it's a foot long, and I do extra cheese. So that's about $16. So $8.
It's $13.
Jesus fuck for a 6-inch sub.
I add bacon on it.
Fucking 6 pounds, dude. That's a rip-off. Is that delivered or in person?
In person pickup.
Dude, this is why Jersey Mike's is putting them out of business. At least Jersey Mike's is good. And I'm from Connecticut. Subway is a Connecticut company. I grew up on Subway and real delis. The only thing I still eat there is that tuna, that disgusting ice cream
bacon
scoop
on anything
tuna.
these days, and it's gonna add up. I just get turkey, lettuce, provolone, mayo, spinach, bacon.
That exact same, that's a club sub at J Mike's. I like that club sub.
I was getting Jersey Mike's for a while. I got a bunch of points saved up on Jersey Mike's, but then I kind of got tired of it.
The problem is I had to stop doing Mike's Way. I like Mike's Way. I had to stop doing it because every sandwich ends up tasting the same when you do that.
Yeah, I don't get the
so to stop doing.
Yeah, I don't get that.
Well, so I stopped doing the juice, even though it's good. And you know what I've discovered? You may know this from Indiana.
They had the best bacon, though. I mean, their bacon is fucking...
It's crispy as fuck.
Shit.
It is good. It is good. Some Jersey Mike's do breakfast. Imagine a bacon, egg, and cheese from them. That's probably amazing.
I like bacon, but I get sausage, egg, and cheese.
Yeah, I actually, ham, egg, and cheese is my preferred.
There's nothing better than waking up and putting some sausage in your mouth.
Okay. And before we move on, Jimmy John's, sneaky good. Jimmy John's is that's a good sandwich.
No. It's funny because somebody said Subway equals whatever, but Jared was actually, he did that. He was an Indiana guy. So he was he was at Colts game. He was like the Indiana, like we were very proud of Jared because he lived in Bloomington, Indiana. That was his thing. He would walk to the Subway in Bloomington, Indiana. So he was because they have celebrities like introduce, like bang the gong or whatever it is or whatever. So it was like, Jared for the coin toss and Jared for this. And he was like the Indiana hero. And it's like, holy shit, fucking idiot, dude. That was wild. That documentary, because he was like fucking brash about that shit too. Like, I don't know if you watched that documentary, but he was like,
not hiding
dude. Oh, it's like, holy shit, dude. He thought he could get away with fucking anything the way he went about that.
And it was like lots of kids.
It was fucking. I can't remember the details. Obviously, I don't want to, because I think YouTube fucking doesn't like that type of stuff. But I can't remember where. I think the documentary was on Netflix or something. But it was like, holy shit, dude! Like, really?
Yeah, jeez. I can't watch that. Having little kids, I can't watch that shit. I already trust nobody, and then I watch shit like that, and it's like, oh, it's God. Crazy. Like, we don't even let the kids. Mine are 8 and 6. They won't even play in the street without me or Tiffany parked in a fucking lawn chair in the driveway. Like,
it's probably my fault for that, for the story of me when I was fucking
Jacob would go hang out with his 60-year-old neighbor in the basement who had no kids.
I never went there, but literally any time.
I thought you went there to watch Titanic or something.
No, that was the other neighbors. That was that was the other older couple, had all the kids down to watch Titanic, and we'd play with their Furby. It was Furbies, right? Furbies were like the little.
I didn't have one, but I know. Yeah,
the weird talking whatever. Yeah, here, come to our basement. We have Furbies and Titanic on. Watching. Yeah, anytime I came out to throw football, because I was just used to. My favorite thing in the world, because I was a fucking Deion. Every kid in the 90s was fucking Ken Griffey Jr. and Deion Sanders. And Deion, with his fucking gloves, had his glove undone. So I had baseball gloves I'd leave undone. Nice. I would fucking, look at this guy with the food.
That cost $20, so you're eating that.
She brought me a nice Italian platter here with meats, cheeses,
I'm pouring my heart out about being a victim of being a child predator. And Angelo's like, oh, look at these olives.
And the little mozzarellas, and those are artichokes.
It's moussaka.
No, I hate when people do that dumb shit. All right. Let's go ahead and move on.
I'm not done telling my story.
Oh, go ahead. No, perfect. I'll eat.
That's cool.
No. And then
let's see how many.
Show me on the doll.
Moz
Get
balls.
the doll.
Let's see how many Moz balls you can put in your mouth.
Thank you. See, this is a wife. See? Show me on the doll, Jacob. Finish your story.
What'd she just
Show me
do?
on the doll. Hey, get this dog out of here. I don't know what she's trying to get the dog out. All right. Here we go. Okay. Things are looking up. All right. Can't wait to finish my half so I can snack.